all for the purpose of privatization of higher education. One of the other components who was speaking against privatization of higher education had mentioned how privatization focus only on the growing market. They're focusing on the demand, and they're not providing any enlightenment to students. What exactly is this public higher education industries providing enlightenment? The syllabus is not being updated. Outdated syllabuses of over 2 decades is not exactly enlightenment. And what exactly is this demand that is being criticized about? The demand is what future students want, what the employers want. And what do they want? Dynamic and modern syllabus. They want something that is useful in the present day. What is the point of learning about engineering that is outdated, that is not even useful, that is being provided in public service, universities and colleges right now? The another point I want to make is, everyone mentioned about IITs, IIMs being the top colleges in public sector.
And your time up?
Everyone had mentioned about how IITs and IIMs are the top colleges in India right now, and they are also public sector. Take an example of Sundar Pichai. He had did his IIT from Madras, but still when he had to become a CEO, he had to go and do his MBA from University of Pennsylvania, which is private sector.
Oh dear.
Are you saying that government universities do not provide employment opportunities? Because I disagree with that point. IIT and IIMs are the best institutions in the country. That is a fact.
No, the point being is, even though IITs and IIMs are the best in the country, right now in the global perspective, they still do not beat the private sector organizations. Take an example of Harvard, MIT, University of Pennsylvania, Colorado. They're all the top 10 colleges and universities in the entire world, and all of them are private sector.
Okay, clear.
I'd like to refute that by saying that all these institutions are receiving extra funding, that is private institution funding. I'd also like to say that this set of funding, especially in private run institutions, is biased in the sense that the research funding that goes there is said to benefit the investors and the shareholders rather than for the public good.
Oh dear.
The main reason why these colleges are preferred is because they are getting funding. People who are doing research, who have done PhD, want to enter these colleges because they are getting funding for the research. Public sector is not able to meet the demands of all these funding, which is why we need to focus on privatization.
Clear.
The private run institutions see education as a commodity where 5,000 PhD students with no sense of quality, with no quality to their dissertations, pass out every year. Where are the jobs for these people? 5,000 PhD scholars are released from private run institutions without any sense of ethics.
Oh dear.
The regulations of private sector is supposed to be the part of judiciary. What I am talking about is how privatization helps improve the quality of higher education. Privatization in its main essence is able to provide education for those other than those who are meritorious. Out of 1.14 billion population, more than 60% are below the age of 25. The number of seats that public sector colleges can give is very limited. Are you going to let them be uneducated or not garner higher education?
Oh dear.
I'd like to refute that point by saying that the faculty of public-run institutions are much more experienced and much better in comparison to private-run institutions that offer low wages, less job security, and also limits academic freedom. So more experienced and better teachers are much more likely to go to government-run institutions.
Oh dear, Kavya.
What is the point of having higher experience and more experienced faculty when they don't come to class? Take an example of MG University right now. Students there are not getting the same results on time. They don't know when their examination is going to be. There are protests every other day in these public universities. What is the point of having highly educated faculty if they don't have the facilities to teach properly?
Please.
Education does not end in the four walls of a classroom. Education is also through experience, it's through skill. The amount of skills and the experience that is provided by such political experiences, etc., contribute to the social and cultural development of a student, which is essential. It is not just to make bookworms out of people.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but that defies the points because IIT and IIMs are notoriously known for not having any politics inside the campus, right? You said politics gives an open wide for the students, but that is not necessary in the present day scenario. People who are going for corporate jobs, people who want to be employable are not required to be have sound understanding in politics. They should in fact be learning skills in classroom.
Get back to the topic,
Yes.
please. Yes.
The point being, private sector undertakings know what the market needs, what is the demand, and the demand being skills in technology, fintech.
Oh dear.
Students are not just commodities to be sold in the open market at their whatever value they hold. Instead, higher education is not just about employability, it is also about how they contribute to society as a whole.
Clear.
how can you contribute to society if you're not contributing to the GDP of the country? And the GDP of the country is focused on employability.
And time up. Thank you so much.